Disadvantage of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin factor that affect Bitcoin price.
Many people still unaware and don't understand how Bitcoin works.
Bitcoin protect against identity thief.
Before introducing to the Bitcoin, let us talk about money. Money has three main purposes. The first purpose of money is act as medium of exchange. People days before use the system barter to exchange for goods and services. For an example, one individual willing to exchange food grains for a cow can't do so unless the owner of the cow is willing to accept food grains in exchange for it. To solve the problem, individual can exchange food grains for money, and then use the money to exchange for the cow. The second purpose of money is store of value. It is risky to store savings and surpluses in terms of commodities that deteriorate in value with the passage of time, example egg. So, money is a medium that can store value. The third purpose is unit of account. It is a standard numerical unit of measurement of market value of goods, services, and other transactions. For an example, 2 chicken equal to 1 goat, 2 goat equal to 1 cow. How many chicken need to exchange 1 cow? If we use money, we can directly mark price of a unit, like mark chicken as 5 ringgit, goat as 10 ringgit and cow as 20 ringgit. This convenient people and also easy the process of transaction. Bitcoin consists all the purposes above. If a person want to collect Bitcoin, a wallet is needed. A wallet stores the information necessary to transact Bitcoins. You have to name your wallet so others know that wallet is belong to you. There is no limit on a person can have how many wallet, just ensure the wallet name are not repeated with others one. Once a person transfer Bitcoin to the wallet of dealer, the system will automatically process and the transaction will be recorded. A block is created and added to the blockchain to record all Bitcoin transaction in every 10 minutes. The blockchain contain all the Bitcoin transaction from the beginning until the newest. Mining is a record-keeping service done through the use of computer processing power. Miners keep the blockchain consistent, complete, and unalterable by repeatedly verifying and collecting newly broadcast transactions into a new group of transactions called block. Miners will get Bitcoin as reward. At the beginning, a block consists 50 Bitcoin. However, every 4 years, the Bitcoin inside the block will divide it half. The amount of Bitcoin in the block will be 0 in 2140 years. At the time, there are total 21 million Bitcoin in the world and will no increase anymore. Bitcoin simulate the characteristic of gold, which mean it has limited supply. The value of Bitcoin increase as the years increase.
want to talk about factors that affect Bitcoin price. Number 1, supply and demand. The amount of Bitcoin being traded off exchange is just a fraction of available supply in circulation. Number 2, speculation. The Bitcoin ecosystem has several news sites and famous that only talk about Bitcoin. And number 3, mining. The cost of mine now Bitcoin affect the price. The cost of mining depend on electricity. And number 4, the volume. The amount of Bitcoin moved through the network connected to fiat. Consider the value but take it with a grain of salt. The volume can be manipulated by big Bitcoin holders by moving Bitcoin around. And the last factor, number 5, the number of transactions. The number of transaction is just a bit more relevant than the least metric, as manipulating the number of confirmed transactions has cost. The number of transactions indicate an increase in usage of the Bitcoin network. It is one of the best ways to measure whether Bitcoin usage is growing, shrinking, or remains stable. Okay, that's all for me for factor that affect Bitcoin.
One of the advantages of Bitcoin is information is transparent. With blockchain, all finalized transactions are available for everyone to see. However, personal information is hidden. Anyone at any time can verify transaction in Bitcoin blockchain. The second advantage of Bitcoin is Bitcoin has very low fees. Currently, there are either no fees or very low fees within Bitcoin payment. With transaction, user might include fees in order to process the transaction faster. The third advantage of Bitcoin is fewer risk for dealers. Due to the Bitcoin transaction cannot be reversed, do not carry with personal information, and are secure, dealers are protected from potential losses that might occur from cheating. The next advantage is freedom payment. With Bitcoin, it's very possible to be able to send and get money anywhere in the world at any given time. Don't have to worry about closing borders, rescheduling for bank holidays, or any other limitation one might think will occur when transferring money. The next advantage is control and security. This allowing users to be in control of their transaction help keep Bitcoin safe from the network. Dealers cannot charge extra fees on any time without being noticed. They must talk with the consumer before adding any charge. Due to the fact of that personal information is kept hidden, Bitcoin protect against identity theft.
The disadvantage of Bitcoin. First, lack of awareness and understanding. Many people still unaware and don't understand how digital currency and Bitcoin work. People need to be educated first to be able to apply in their life. Second, risk and volatility. Mainly due to limited amount of coin and the demand for the coin is increased. However, it is expected that the volatility will decrease as more time goes. Lastly, still in developing. Bitcoin is just starting out, so it's still in infancy stage with incomplete feeder. They are still in develop to make sure the digital currency more secure and accessibility for user.
Difference between e-money and Bitcoin. There are several differences between e-money and Bitcoin. E-money is a mechanism to interact with government issued and regulated currency like dollar and euro, while Bitcoin is independent independent virtual currency that no central regulation. The next is difference between unit e-money and Bitcoin. For e-money, there are several units like dollar, ringgit, and euro. And for Bitcoin, there are only one unit, is BTC. Next is the value between e-money and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin is determined by the supplier and the demand by the customer, while e-money is determined by the fiat currency exchange into electronic form. Next is the regulator between Bitcoin and e-money. As we know, Bitcoin is a new method of payment. The regulation is still exploring by the highest. For e-money, is the regulator is already exploring by the central authority. For the customer of the Bitcoin and e-money, Bitcoin is, we cannot know who sold the Bitcoin or who is mining the Bitcoin. That is the weakness of Bitcoin, because it has anonymous user, that we need to take a little precaution to know who sold it or who we buy. For the e-money, they are little precaution because we already use it in our daily life. For the issue between Bitcoin and e-money, the developer need to improve the security for Bitcoin, and e-money is already secure and we have already used it in our daily life. That's all from me for the difference between e-money and Bitcoin.